The sharp crack of a slap echoed through the dimly lit penthouse, stinging across her cheek. Jae-Hoon's hand lingered in the air, his eyes narrowed with contempt. You think you can just stand there, acting like you're worth something? Pathetic. Clean this mess up, or I'll make sure you regret it. Aaliyah didn't flinch. Her dark eyes locked onto his, unblinking, as a thin trickle of blood formed at the corner of her lip. She wiped it away slowly, her voice steady. Is that all you've got, husband? Or are you saving the real threats for your little meetings? He laughed, a cold, mocking sound. Husband. Don't flatter yourself. This marriage is a joke, just like you. Now get on your knees and pick up that glass, before I decide to break something else. Wait. What just happened? Who is this man? What is she involved in? Take a moment to hit that subscribe button for me, like this video, and drop a comment with the time and location you're watching from. Let's see where my storytellers are tuning in. Aaliyah bent down, her fingers brushing the shattered wine glass on the floor, but her mind raced ahead. Why was she here, enduring this? The question burned, unanswered, as Jae-Hoon turned away, barking orders into his phone in rapid Korean. She swept the shards into a pile, her movements deliberate, listening to every word. The shipment arrives tomorrow. No mistakes, or heads roll. He hung up, glancing back at her with a sneer. What are you staring at? Go make yourself useful in the kitchen. She stood, shards in hand, and dumped them into the trash without a word. But as she passed him, she accidentally brushed his arm, feeling the outline of a key fob in his pocket. Her heart pounded, not from fear, but anticipation. One step closer, later that night, in the sprawling bedroom they shared for show, Jae-Hoon lounged on the bed, scrolling through his tablet. Aaliyah entered, carrying a tray of tea she prepared. Here. You said you wanted this. He snatched it, spilling a drop on her hand. Clumsy as always. How did I end up with someone like you? My family arranged this to keep up appearances, but you're dragging me down. Weak, uneducated, barely fit to be seen with me. She sat on the edge of the bed, forcing a submissive nod. I'm trying, Jae-Hoon. What more do you want? Everything you're not. He set the tea aside, leaning in close, his breath hot against her face. You think batting your eyes will make me forget you're just a charity case? I could replace you tomorrow. Her pulse quickened, but she leaned closer too, her voice a whisper. Then why keep me around? Afraid of what your associates would think if you ditched your African wife so soon. He grabbed her wrist, twisting it just enough to hurt. Watch your mouth. Or I'll show you what real power looks like. She yanked free, rubbing her skin, but inside, she catalogued it all, his temper, his hints at associates. The FBI had briefed her, Jae-Hoon Kim, 28, heir to a Korean-American Mafia syndicate running drugs and arms through New York's underbelly. The fake marriage was her cover, a way to get inside. She'd endured worse in training, mastering kung fu under her mentor's grueling regime. But this? This was personal fuel. The next morning, Jae-Hoon's phone buzzed incessantly as they sat at the breakfast table. He answered in Korean, his tone sharp. Aaliyah pretended to scroll on her own phone. But she was recording every syllable. The warehouse on 5th. Make sure the guards are doubled. No leaks. He slammed the phone down. What are you doing today? Besides being useless? Shopping, she said flatly. Unless you need me for something. He smirked. Shopping with my money? Fine. But don't embarrass me. And be back by dinner, we're hosting associates tonight. As she left the penthouse, the door clicking shut behind her, she exhaled. The unanswered question from last night lingered, how much longer could she play this role without snapping? But action called, she ducked into a coffee shop, uploading the recording to her handler via encrypted app. Warehouse on 5th, possible shipment. Back home that evening, the penthouse buzzed with suited men, laughter laced with menace. Jae-Hoon paraded her like a trophy, his arm tight around her waist. "Gentlemen, meet my wife, Aaliyah. She's decorative." One man chuckled. "Lucky you, Jay. Does she cook?" "Only if you like poison," Jae-Hoon quipped, squeezing her side hard enough to bruise. She forced a smile, pouring drinks, ears tuned to their talk. "The boss wants the deal sealed by week's end. No FBI sniffing around." Her blood ran cold. Did they suspect, as the night wore on? Jae-Hoon pulled her aside in the hallway. "You were quiet. Good girl. Maybe you're learning." "Don't patronize me," she hissed, the push-pull igniting. "I'm not your pet." He pinned her against the wall, his face inches from hers. "You are whatever I say you are. Remember that." She met his gaze, unyielding. "Or what? You'll slap me again?" His hand rose, hesitating. "Tempt me." The tension crackled, would he? But a guest called his name, and he dropped his arm, storming off. Aaliyah slid down the wall, breath ragged. What if he found her bug in his office, days blurred into a cycle of condescension? "Fetch my suit. Don't speak unless spoken to. You're nothing without me." She took it, weaving through his world, gathering intel, names, dates, routes. One night, after a particularly brutal tirade where he mocked her struggles growing up in foster care, intel she'd fed him for cover, she retreated to the bathroom, splashing water on her face. Her reflection stared back, strong, unbroken. Backstory slipped in, "You think I haven't fought for everything?" She muttered to herself, recalling her FBI recruitment after a street fight where her kung fu saved a victim. No falling for him, this was justice. What do you think is going to happen next? Is Aaliyah about to crack, or is she playing him perfectly? Comment below. I read them all. Escalation hit when Jae-Hoon discovered a missing file from his safe. He burst into the bedroom, face twisted in rage. "Where is it? You were the only one here." "I don't know what you're talking about," she said calmly, heart hammering. He shoved her against the dresser. "Liar. You've been snooping. Weak little spy, think I wouldn't notice." He slapped her again, harder, drawing blood. "I'll destroy you." But this time, she didn't hold back. In a blur of motion, her kung fu training unleashed, she blocked his next strike, twisting his arm behind his back with precision. "You have no idea who you're dealing with." He gasped, struggling. "What the?" She flipped him onto the bed, knee on his chest. "I'm not weak, Jae-Hoon. I've been undercover this whole time. FBI. Your empire's crumbling." His eyes widened in shock. "You bitch." Push-pull intensified as he fought back, grabbing a lamp and swinging. She dodged, countering with a swift kick to his ribs. "All those insults. Fuel. Your shipments. Busted. Associates. Arrested tonight." He lunged, but she swept his legs, pinning him. Sirens wailed outside, her signal. "It's over." Cops stormed in, cuffing him. As they dragged him away, he spat, "This isn't done. I'll get out, and come for you." In the precinct later, Aaliyah watched through the glass as Jae-Hoon seethed in interrogation. Her handler clapped her shoulder. "You did it. One bloodthirsty mafia down." Fulfillment washed over her, no regrets, no lingering feelings. She'd won, but as she turned to leave, her phone buzzed, an unknown number. "You think locking me up ends this? Watch your back, wife." She froze, the teasing threat hanging. Was he already pulling strings from inside? The complication gripped her, victory, but not without shadows from her past life. Hey, before we wrap this up, subscribe now for part 2, where the real twists unfold.